Okay, y'all, it's April 12th, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and tell y'all this story that I was talking about telling y'all on the weekend. I'm just like, might as well, because it's nothing like, I don't see why I need to hold it back. And plus, I got plenty of time now. And then I don't want to have so much to do on the weekend, and then I'll be able to tell y'all, like I really do anything on the weekend, but still on my Instagram account. But, anyways, so this happened all the way back in April. It was just the beginning of April, and this was before school started. And I was basically on Xbox. I played Black Ops 3, and I ended up meeting this guy. Cool. He invited me to a party. He wanted me to join his clan. He had people. He had a lot of people that was in the party, and they were in his clan. And I'm trying to raise this up because I don't want my face showing. And so basically, yeah, I said, cool, I'll join because I wasn't in anything anyway. It's not like I really joined clans. This was pretty much my first. And so me and him was talking, and a guy was in the party. Next thing you know, everything was cool. We was just talking about what they wanted to do with their clan and stuff. And then the guy left. And after that is when me and him started, well, he started asking questions like, well, I wouldn't say personal, but I don't even know. I don't even remember. But he was basically saying, he asked me, first of all, he asked me if I was attracted to men. And I was like, okay. Because at the first time he was saying he was saying, oh, this is a girl, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm not a girl, I'm a whore. So I guess my voice sounded like a female, which it does, I guess. Because when I go to work, everybody say, yes, to man when I'm taking their order. So after that, he was just like, oh, well, I used to be straight, but I'm into guys now. I was like, oh, okay, good for you. And he was just like, well, I like it when, blah, 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 telling me his fantasies and all the other stuff he liked. So, I'm gonna say this table got stuff on it. So, anyways, after that, we, I guess, linked up talking about that. Because I guess it's something that, you know, it's just something that got us closer. Just like I said, I might sound dumb, y'all, because I was young. I'm still young. And so, I'm just walking around. And so, after that, I gave him my number, all the other stuff. So, we could just talk and be friends and stuff. And we talked all night. That night, I was so dumb. He told me straight up, he was just like, okay, because I was, no, wait, no, he was making examples, like he was making an example like, oh, well, if we lived together, blah, 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 if I was with you, this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Like, I wasn't even thinking about, well, he don't even know what I look like, or he don't even know my life story. And it's just like, you know. And so I kind of fell for it. And so y'all, I was dumb. He did say, well, he doesn't want to mess up a friendship with a relationship. And me, on the other hand, I just went ahead and went with it. I was just like, you know what, let's just go on to be in a relationship here. I don't want to be no friends. You already got me. So that's fine, blah, blah, blah. A couple days go by. We started arguing over stupid stuff. I started, like, before arguing, I stopped going to work so much because I wanted to be on the phone with him. And like I said, I ain't never really been in a relationship. I've long distance. And it was like, it made me feel good, if that makes sense. And yeah, I took days off of work. I, texted him a lot. And I brought up wanting to come see me, Lord Jesus. And then when I tell my friends, I was like, guys, I found somebody, blah, blah, all happy in my seat. And they just looked at me like, okay. Then I told them how I met them. They was like, really? So I understand with my friends and my family, or my mom, why they felt like it was something so dumb because it was just like off my Xbox. But then I was just like, well, I'm happy, so why not let it be? So, a couple, I don't want to. Okay, so a couple days later, me and him started arguing constantly, and it was just really like we like constantly arguing every single day, and it would drain the living hell out of me. Because the main thing that really ticks me off is not the fact that we were arguing. It's just the fact that every time we argued, he would hang up in my face, and then it's not even communication now. So it's just like, well, what's the point of even being together if we're not gonna communicate? Oh Lord, I'm gonna walk across the street because I really don't want to go down here. Um, yeah, that was just. No, I might as well because I'm not going back home. But anyways, it was killing the hell out of me. And then it kept happening. I ended up telling my mom about it. Oh guys, Lord Jesus, I'm leaving out details. This got to be retold. Okay, the guy was 30, and he said he lived in L.A. I mean Houston. His area code was Houston, but then he said he moved to L.A. Now, this guy ended up telling me that he has bone cancer, 3 different baby mamas, 7 kids. He was adopted by a white family. His old family used to be, his real family got killed in front of him. His other adopted parents beat the hell out of him. And then, what else? He just had a lot of health issues. So I was just like, okay, well, fine, cool. And he had low self-esteem. And I was just like, well, we can put all that behind us. Don't worry about it. I'm still gonna love you, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, thank you. But then it was at times where he still didn't believe me talking about, oh, you're just gonna be like the last and leave me because I got these issues. Okay, now, to be honest, I'm not the type of person to do nothing like that, especially like if you got cancer, that's nothing you can control. And it's like, well, it's just dumb. But since he feel like I'm that way, then I'll just, let it slide. Once again, we'll argue about that and he'll hang up in my face. So, there was also a time where we talked to, we would play on Xbox and we was at a party and he would have his so-called son join the party and, we'll play the game and and he actually told his son that me and him was together. I was like, oh my gosh. So now this made me get even more closer. Oh Lord. And going through this, my mom was like, oh, you done. So me talking to his son, I just thought it was weird. And this son is supposed to be adopted by him because his son ain't got a daddy. Now this is the story he told me. He said his daughter was dating him and he said he didn't have a daddy, so he had to accept her. But I mean, so one time we got in an argument. We stopped talking for a whole weekend. That weekend I was thinking about, oh Lord, I was watching YouTube breakup videos. Because I felt like we was actually through. I was draining. I was crying, which is surprising because I don't cry as much as as much as I've been, I don't cry like, oh. I didn't even brush my hair. Oh well. And so that whole weekend, I thought about not committing suicide, but I just felt like I just want to give up. So I texted his son, his Gamertag, and I was like, can you tell what's name text me? Within like 2 hours, he ended up texting me, and he talking about how how he was like, he didn't text me because his job and how, he got shot up and shit, and he was in the hospital, and that's why he didn't text me. I'm just like, really? Okay, I believe that. He told me that his job was him being in the army or some FBI thing. I feel like I need to retell this whole story because I feel like I should have just started off with information. This is a mess up. Anyway, I'm gonna retell it because I feel like I'm just leaving out a whole bunch. Anyways, he said his job was some kind of FBI thing. He was with Navy SEAL, is what he called it, and they don't accept gays unless you're married, which I don't know nothing about. And I tried looking it up because I was just curious. And I'm not gonna lie, I was going behind his back trying to figure out what the hell was he lying about and what the hell he was telling the truth on, Because, like, him having money, like, it's just a lot. This not to be retold, y'all. At least y'all getting some information, but He called me. He called me yesterday after 4 months talking about he missed me. I'm just like, okay, after 4 months, really, really. Y'all, I was so pissed. And the fact that I even answered the phone was the worst part. That's just, oh, I'm so dumb. Cause the main thing I was worried about was the bone cancer, but at the same time, and I didn't even have to answer the phone. Still, I could have seen he was okay after him texting me on my old phone. So him texting me on my old phone, let me, texting him saying like, yeah, this is me. Leave me alone. Don't call me. Just because you got my new number, that don't mean nothing. You know, dumb as hell. Look, guys, I'm gonna have to tell y'all a second. Like, I'm gonna have to retell like everything, give you the whole thing. I'm gonna need to like plan to tell y'all because it's a lot. But I'll see y'all. Y'all have a fantastic day.